For 10 years, my birthday was not in the budget while my sister got $3,000 cakes and fireworks. This year, I didn't react. I quietly flew first class to Switzerland. When I posted the view from my mountain lodge, the family group chat exploded. Growing up, my sister Naomi was the event. Every year without fail, my parents threw her a party that got bigger and more expensive than the last. Custom 3-tier cakes from a designer bakery, $3,000 minimum. A DJ one year, professional fireworks another. They rented out a country club when she turned 16. They flew 6 of her friends to Miami when she turned 21. My birthday fell 3 weeks after hers. Every single year, the answer was the same. We just spend a lot on Naomi's celebration. Maybe next month we'll do something for you. Next month never came, not once. When I was 12, I asked for a sleepover with 4 friends. Mom said it was too much after Naomi's party. When I was 15, I asked for dinner at a restaurant. Just our family, nothing big. Dad said it wasn't in the budget. When I turned 18, I stopped asking. Nobody got me a cake, nobody got me a card. Mom sent a text at 9 p.m. that said, "Happy B-Day, sweetie," with a thumbs up emoji. That was my 18th birthday. By 22, I had completely stopped mentioning it. I worked through it every year, took extra shifts, put the money away, and did something small for myself. Went to a movie alone, bought myself lunch somewhere nice. Nobody noticed I'd stopped caring. Nobody asked why. Naomi's 28th was the one that finally cracked something inside me. My parents spent $4,500 on a rooftop venue downtown with a view of the city. They hired a photographer to follow her around all night. They gave her a designer bag that cost more than my rent. They even got a custom ice sculpture with her name carved into it. At the party, Mom stood up and gave a speech about how Naomi was the light of the family, how every dollar they ever spent was worth it because Naomi made them so proud. I stood in the back holding a glass of water, listening to my mother describe my sister like she was the only daughter she'd ever had. 3 weeks later, I turned 28. I got a message in the family group chat. "Happy birthday, love you," with a balloon emoji. 7 words, no call, no visit, no dinner, not even a conversation. I sat in my apartment that night and stared at the ceiling for a long time. Then I made a decision. I was done asking. I was done hoping. I was done pretending it didn't hurt. I spent the next 12 months saving harder than I ever had. I picked up freelance graphic work on weekends. I cut out every expense I didn't need, packed lunches every day, canceled every subscription, walked instead of taking rides. I said no to every dinner invite, every concert, every trip my friends planned. Everything went into one account. By the time my 29th birthday came around, I'd saved more money than I'd ever seen in my life. I booked a first-class ticket to Zurich. I rented a lodge in the Swiss Alps for 4 nights. Total cost for the trip was $11,000. I didn't tell a single person I was going, not one. The morning of my birthday, I woke up to mountains covered in snow outside windows that stretched floor to ceiling. I made coffee, wrapped a blanket around myself, sat on the balcony, and watched the sun come up over a valley that didn't look real. Nobody forgot my birthday that morning because I didn't give them the chance. I made it mine. I took one photo, just the view from the balcony, mountains in every direction, golden light pouring over the peaks. No filter, no caption draft, no second take. I posted it to the family group chat with one line, "Happy birthday to me, Switzerland." The replies started within minutes. "Mom, you're in Switzerland? How can you afford that? Dad, who are you with? Is this some boyfriend we don't know about? Naomi, must be nice having no responsibilities." Then the call started. 5 and 10 minutes. I watched everyone ring out. Mom left a voicemail. "Why didn't you tell us you were planning this? We would have come. We could have made it a family trip. You know how much your father loves the mountains. 10 years of nothing and now she wanted to come along." Dad left a shorter one. "Your mother is very upset. Call her back. Also, how much did that trip cost? You should be putting that money away for something responsible." The man who dropped $4,500 on Naomi's rooftop party was telling me to save. Naomi texted me privately. "You're doing this on purpose. You know Mom already feels guilty about the birthday stuff and you're just rubbing it in." I read it twice. She actually typed the words, "Mom feels guilty." 10 years. A decade of forgotten birthdays, of budget excuses, of watching my sister get treated like royalty while I got a group text with a balloon emoji. And apparently, my mother felt guilty the whole time, but never once thought to actually do something about it. I didn't reply to any of them. I spent 4 days hiking through trails, eating at small restaurants in villages, reading books I'd been putting off for years. I turned my phone off for 2 full days and didn't miss it. When I landed back home, I had 47 unread messages in the family chat. I was selfish. I was showing off. I was making Naomi feel bad. I read every single one, set my phone on the counter, and started unpacking. They had 10 years to make my birthday matter. They didn't, so I did it myself.